You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay? Let's ride!
Tuesday. Hello, everybody. Tuesday, and we're here on a nice night. It's a really nice night. We're in the 30s, flirting with 40, as I said the other day, and that's a nice change. A really nice change. So, welcome to February 10th, 2026. It is going to be a good week with Valentine's Day. I know everybody's just looking forward to Valentine's Day on Saturday, just waiting for us at the end of the week. Next week is the big one, though. Next week is when February 18th pops up for us. And February 18th is the first day that we went live. Me, Anthony, and Mike, and as of right now, doesn't look like there's any snowstorms coming in on the 21st. I know, Frank, that's 11 days from now. They have 40-day weather charts. You knew. It's mostly a joke. It's mostly a joke. I know what the weather's going to be like 40 days from now. That's as believable as climate change. And I just want to say, please keep your prayers on no snow on February 21st in southeastern New York, because I would love to have Anthony and Mike in here just to have fun. And Jay, if you're around on Saturday the 21st and you just want to sit in and just watch all of this trip through memory lane, it's up to you if you got nothing going on that night.
Well, I appreciate the invite.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
Who knows?
I will.
Jay, puffing on a hookah.
That's only a Saturday night thing, right?
Saturday night. Have you ever been to a hookah bar?
Yeah, actually. Years ago. Astoria has quite a few of them on Steinway.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
it was all right.
Yeah, listen, there can be some really bad hookah bars that just don't get it.
Yeah.
I remember we went to one, we were playing a gig, I forgot where the hell it was in Manhattan. I forgot the name of the place. But across the street, we noticed there was a hookah bar there. So let's go check it out. And we went across the street, and it had these high ceilings. It was lit up like it was a candy shop. You know, like in a candy store, you go in there, and it'll be like bright neon lights and, just things that get you in the mood for doing something youthful, like eating pure sugar. And it was just, we ordered a hookah because why not? But these tall ceilings, and they had the fans going. It was ruining all the clouds. You couldn't just waft in the cumulus clouds and all that stuff. It was just, you can't blow O's because it's just being whisked away. I said, this sucks.
You're missing the point.
You're missing the whole point.
Yeah.
You need to have a good music. You need atmosphere. Anyway, we'll try to create some atmosphere on Saturday night.
I don't think I've ever done a Saturday show with you, right?
No, I'd love for you to come in. I want to get more friends in on a Saturday night. That used to be a good thing, but I had got other visions and things that got to get together. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show tonight, and it's Jay and I. And we've got a lot of fun stuff to do. Just remember, if you like this show or any show that you watch, if you like it, I know we say how much we hate each other all the time, but if deep down inside you like it, don't lurk. If you're watching live or on demand right now, leave a like, leave a comment, share it with somebody. If you lurk, I disappear, and we're doing great. As you can see, you can track over the last couple of weeks alone. Things are starting to shake loose. We're introducing a lot of new people to the show, and let's keep this going. We have some really interesting things that we're going to be doing. And also, just to remind you, Last night I said that we are going to be building up a super chat raffle that's going to be culminating with a drawing on Thursday night. Last night I put an ounce of silver from Wise Wolf from Quite Frankly Gold. An ounce of silver is what we started off. So super chats from YouTube, Rumble, Gold Pills. Let's get to 10,000 Gold Pills tonight, ladies and gentlemen, over on Pilled. And also, quite frankly, superchat.com. That all gets you in the running. If you put 2 super chats in, you have two raffle tickets. Your name is in twice. That's the way it works. And we have the silver and also another signed hardcover copy of Be Your Own Shaman by Jane Barlow. She has pledged 10 to the show.
Ooh.
This has everything in there: how to identify medicinal herbs, how to grow them, and how to turn them into, usable, wonderful fixtures in your medicine cabinet at home. It's just, everything you need is in there. It's not like you get the book and then it unlocks something else you got to pay for. It is a wonderful book you should have in your home library. So this is tonight's addition to the raffle. So we're going to keep building it up. Throw one in, support the show. Okay. Jay. First of all, sorry about your Patriots. I'm not really sorry. But
it was a weird year, though. I mean, it was the first time watching a Super Bowl. I mean, well, I actually watched ones before Brady, but, in the Brady-Belichick era, you had close games always, even if they lost. And I had to remind myself, you're not watching any of those people anymore. So this is it's like uncharted territory, even though the uniform is the same.
Right.
And, they were an overachieving young team, and they did not show up on Sunday. But
you had a good time with your family?
Yeah, it was great. It was actually just great to watch it, and I just wish that they had given the country a better game. It wasn't a great game.
What did you eat on Super Bowl Sunday? Don't tell me you fasted.
No. I actually made a carnivore pizza.
Of course.
It's good. It's really good.
Not one garlic knot, though.
No.
Not one garlic knot.
No.
You didn't have...
Did
you have a cookie?
No. They were there, though. I didn't.
You just couldn't. You just couldn't do it.
It's not a desire,
Son of a
Frank.
bitch.
It's not in there. It's just,
just couldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't leave feeling, look, you eat enough of the carnivore pizza and you're kind of like, ugh, I feel good, but I'm not like.
Father Gulinello.
But I don't judge other people who eat the little cookies.
No, you're right. You're actually really good about that.
I stare in silence. I judge, but I don't tell you.
Just like a gargoyle.
Yeah, just kind of perched up on the thing, going. I see.
Always feel like you're getting judged by a gargoyle.
Over there.
Anywho, I did want to start off with this because I thought this little tidbit of information was insane, and this comes from our home sports radio network over here in New York, WFAN. So this is Boomer Esiason. Listen to how he broke down what Sam Darnold, the quarterback of the Seahawks, what kind of a financial position he's in because he won the Super Bowl in California.
I didn't even know this was a factor.
This is a factor in all sports, in factor in all business.
Really?
That when you are doing like for example, if you are a resident of Westchester County, New York, but you have a job in Greenwich, Connecticut, you're paying Connecticut state taxes and New York state taxes.
So, sorry, I'm ruining it before you even get into it, but for every NFL player, if they play a road game, are they taxed from the state that they...
Yes.
I did not know that.
Dude, this is why, listen, and here,
I never thought about that before.
I'll put it to you this way. It can get even crazier on some level. Like Yonkers, the city of Yonkers, they have their own exclusive tax. So even if you live in New York, but your job is in Yonkers, that you're paying another tax.
Oh yeah, I pay a city tax, like an extra city tax, because I live in one of the 5 boroughs. I guess I just thought it was like if my company sent me somewhere to do a job, I'm still working for my company, and it's just, I guess I thought like the NFL kind of. I didn't realize.
Listen to this.
Wow.
And then hold on, let me get you up on the screen. Okay, take a listen to this. Boomer Esiason, WFAN.
In the Super Bowl, the winning team, each player gets $178,000. In other words, the Super Bowl isn't a part of their salary.
Okay.
And because the game was played in California, and California has a jock tax, and they look at duty days. So each team spends 7 days in the state of California. So those are 7 duty days, and they pierce your regular salary at 3.5%. So he has to pay when you take in account he got the $178,000 plus his overall salary, he has to pay the state of California for spending 7 days there $249,000.
That's just so stupid.
Oh my!
Yeah, but,
really
but
is.
it ends up costing him $71,000 to go play in California. Now, if I'm the NFLPA, now you got to remember it's probably even more than that because since he's in Seattle, he's playing against San Francisco 49ers. So that's another day he's there, and he's playing against the LA Rams. That's another day he's there. So he's probably had like 9 or 10 duty days, or maybe even more than that in the state of California.
Yeah.
So if I'm the NFLPA, I'm like, hey, we're not playing any more Super Bowls in California. We're just not doing it. For winning the Super Bowl,
Absolutely. That's exactly
the winning
what I
team,
would do.
each player gets
Well, dude,
Wow, that is so disgraceful.
it is. But here, this is something else here too. And I've got so many bones to pick with New York sports talk show.
Oh, can we do this? Can we do it?
New York sports talk hosts are so retarded.
But the Boston guys are worse.
They are. Okay, I'll put it to you this way. It was when Jason DeGrom officially said, I'm not coming back to the Mets, and he took a fresh contract with the Texas Rangers. Mm-hmm. And when he took the fresh contract there, it's because I think he's from Texas, number one. And number two, they have no state income tax. It's the same thing with Florida.
Right.
And Michael Kay, who's the Yankee play-by-play guy on television over here, he was on his radio show at ESPN that one day, and he was going on and on about his take on it was that it's unfair. It's unfair that states with no state income tax like Florida and Texas, they actually have an unfair advantage in attracting talent because they're going to go there and actually keep more of what they earn. That was the fact that he took that slant instead of saying, how about we get rid of the taxes across all the states? Hey, Florida and Texas in this regard should actually be an example of what, free enterprise and being able to go out there and earn a little bit more, like the American dream. I mean, they're not, but I mean, my woes, the woes don't stop there. It's just it's insanity, man.
I have not listened to one of the things that I jettisoned in 2020 when all the COVID nonsense was happening was sports talk radio, because it just became, I don't know about New York, but like most of the people, the personalities who are Boston sports radio people on all the various stations are just hopeless. They're just hopelessly stupid. They're all like, just to give you an idea. So of course, the Patriots are in the Super Bowl this year. So like for a couple of weeks, through the playoffs, I was listening again. I was re-engaging because I was just, first of all, it had been like 5-6 years since I had even heard these people. So I was like, I wonder what they're doing. I wonder if they're still saying the same stupid stuff they were saying 5 years ago. And they were, for the most part. But what I also kind of, after taking that break, I realized like all the commercials are for all the commercials on these sports talk radio shows are for weight loss medication,
cancer,
and ED.
Dude, no, and also cancer.
Well, I haven't heard that as much up in Boston, but I'm just kind of like, all their ad reads are about being overweight and having ED, which tells you everything you need to know about this population of men. They're the most pathetic, But what I found ironic, and this is so interesting too, Frank. So most of them are just they're just very left-leaning to whatever degree. Like they're always taking little, and I hear it more because like they'll take a pot shot at Trump, or like one of the stations had the governor of Massachusetts on, and they were like asking her some questions about the Super Bowl and the betting, and the guy was like, I know you're a really hardcore no Kings person. And I'm just like, oh God, you're so pathetic, right? But here's 2 points that I've just got to tell you because this is so wild. So the bars in Boston, apparently, they weren't allowing any new patrons in after halftime of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I don't know what the point was. I mean, because the people that are in there can still drink. They're just not letting new people in there. So what, is it maybe like because they didn't want people who got kicked out of another bar? I don't even know. I'm sure that's what it was, right? But whatever it was, this guy, the same guy who interviewed Healy making the joke about no Kings, and he's a guy who's considerably overweight, and he's, hawking all this stuff. He's outraged that the state of Massachusetts is telling people when they can and can't go to a bar and why can't.
Oh, shut up.
And I'm like,
taking a stand. Get the hell out of here.
It is your fault. You voted for the nanny state. You kiss the nanny's ass on your show. Why didn't you bring this up when she was on your show? Or the mayor, who's just as much of a flaming liberal. What? No, it didn't even dawn on this moron.
These are the civil rights. They don't think about anything. These people. Okay, I'll put it to you this. Well, what's the second thing you had to say?
The last thing was San Francisco is a city itself. They were all saying, "Oh, everyone says San Francisco's, an asshole, and blah blah, and it's all just, political, blah blah blah." I'm sure it's fine, right? Every single one of them that went out there, I was listening in the last couple of days, even after the loss, and I was like, just kind of curious. And they were all doing their roundabout. Oh, this is what it was like. They were all like, I can't believe what a disaster it is out there. He's like, you don't even want to.
No connection made.
Right. Yeah. And still no connection. You didn't even want to leave your hotel. How can they allow this? Who's they? Did you vote for they?
Who's
Because
they?
you probably did. And the guy who used to run San Francisco, who now runs California, who might want to run for president, you'd probably vote for him, not realizing that he is they. So again, no light bulb dawning on any of these morons. They're the same people they were 5 years ago when I left them. They've learned nothing. They're still this. It's just amazing. So these sports talk radio guys, they're some of the dumbest people on the planet. It's really unbelievable.
There's more I can say, and I'm sure it's going to come out at some point. but since we're on that, here's an interesting thing. Last night I played one of the commercials from the Super Bowl. And it was a anti-Semitism commercial. I had to get one of those in there.
That's one of the one commercials I saw.
It was. I don't know how it was.
Oh my god!
It was almost like I got drawn to the television, like I smelled something.
I did too. I guess so. We saw the same commercial. I couldn't. I was like, "What is happening here? What is this?"
I know. And then so I.
Was the kid in school? The two kids in school?
The two kids
locker?
in school.
Yeah.
The Alliance.
Commercial, yeah.
The Alliance.
Oh god.
Anyway. There was this commercial for Ring cameras.
Okay.
And they are launching a new new service called Search Party. Okay.
That's not good.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very nice at all. So here's the commercial. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. Take a listen to this.
This is Milo. Pets are family. But every year, 10 million go missing. And the way we look for them hasn't changed in years. Until now. One post of a dog's photo in the Ring app starts outdoor cameras looking for a match. Search Party from Ring uses AI to help families find lost dogs. Since launch, more than a dog a day has been reunited with their family. Be a hero in your neighborhood with Search Party. Available to everyone for free right now.
Okay, listen.
Music is amazing.
Dude.
Oh, I want that app.
So first of all, you remember in Dark Knight when Batman reluctantly uses the technology that turns all the cell phones in Gotham into a radar to find the Joker?
And Lucius Fox walks out because he won't be a spy.
He won't be
yeah.
All of a sudden, that is fine because some dogs have gone missing. And not only that,
Fido.
Not only that, but the math that they give us is incredible.
I was going to hope you were going to go through the math.
10 million pets go missing every year.
That's a lot.
And since we've activated our search party program, over a dog a day has been found. That's like 500 a year versus 10 million. What is the trade-off here? That eventually, I don't understand this.
So obviously there are other benefits to being able to access everybody's Ring cam at a given notice. As soon as someone staples a flyer on a telephone pole, the Ring cameras go into action. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I was looking at here. So the math is ridiculous. I mean, you can say even if it was better, you say, well, we can
cut it in half.
5,000.
Yeah.
Even if it's like 5,000 dogs are found every year now because of Search Party,
well, I mean,
it's still not worth it.
365, right? 365 dogs.
It's still. I can't even imagine the things. The things that are going to be incidentally picked up. I can't even imagine.
Wow.
Okay. You know, how many times a cat walks through the backyard and I get woken up at 2 a.m. because it says a person's back there. You know. So one of the top comments is, This is like the commercial that they show you at the beginning of a dystopian sci-fi film to quickly show people how bad things have gotten.
Exactly.
And you know, and people, but people will sign up, Ray.
Oh yeah.
The people certainly will come. And you know,
because they buy the thing that you were saying, right, to me. It's always couched in some kind of like, oh, well, we got to do it to protect the dogs, right? Like that's, of course. And so like they use the song and the little girl and she's stapling things to the telephone, how sad this is. And they get all the dumb people to go, there's no way this will be used for evil. No way. And then it gets used for evil.
I can already hear the knuckle draggers on WFAN in New York.
Do it.
Talking about this. Because, first of all...
You want to find any dogs? You don't want to find lost dogs?
It's a dog. My kid... What
are you, an asshole? You don't want to find a dog?
I can hear them. They go blah, 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 blah. If it's a B, if it's a D, they have to put everything into it. Like, I'm a local. I'm a talk like a local. I'm a local. You know, fucking can't stand it, man. WFAN is barely listenable.
Yeah.
The heyday of sports radio is so far beyond everybody. Yeah. And somewhere along the line, especially in New York, they started switching everyone over to like general guy talk. Like they make it like guy talk mixed with sports, which is fine, but the quality of guy talk is pathetic.
I mean, what's guy talk in 2026 mean?
Fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
and they take a moment. And when they take a moment to get bold enough to talk about some kind of a thing that's relevant in the news and society or something like that, it is always the most out of touch, timid nonsense. Like they're still in the headspace of saying, hey, you know, this is America and we overcame problems of the past and we'll overcome this too. I believe that. And I'm like, you nincompoop. That's the way it sounds totally nice until you slowly realize as you grow up and you take interest in other things other than sports that, you know what, we didn't overcome many problems. And we just adopted the problems as new aspects of our general culture until it became normal. And now things are actually worse than ever.
The guys in Boston were doing the same thing with the halftime show. Like, insisting that this was just what, like, you don't like his music? I'm like, it has not. First of all, his music to me, personally, is generic and nothing to write home about. I don't even know how he's as famous as he is. It's Bad Bunny. Like, I wouldn't have known him if I fell over him. And when I heard the music, all I have to hear is that cliche beat. I'm like, whatever, dude.
The sound of summer.
You got nothing. It's useless to me.
First of all, when somebody said that Bad Bunny was going to be at the Super Bowl, I thought we were talking about that chick that showed up on Dr. Phil years ago. You remember that?
No.
It wasn't that Bad Bunny, Dr. Phil, the girl that was just like fuck you to all of her parents and stuff like that. Wait,
That's great that you did. Wow. So I didn't know who Bad Bunny was. So you could.
Oh, Bad Baby.
Oh, well, what's the difference? She might have put on a better halftime show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
Well, but I mean, but the guys were convinced. Like, in other words, like you just said, they still.
Were you and your mom close when you were growing up?
Sorry.
It's okay. After everything that happened over the last 5 years, you know, COVID and all the and the Biden administration and all the things that happened right in front of your face, they still can't grasp like what the real meaning of this guy was. Like, this guy was just at the Grammys speaking English, a guy who won't perform in English, but he spoke to to his elites, right? Yeah. He spoke to them in English just enough to say ice out. You know, like, the guy's a loser. He's a loser. And his music sucks. And this is just my opinion that his music sucks. But they still couldn't even grasp why there was any pushback. They kept saying, I don't know, MAGA's all upset. I'm like, oh, no. Dear God. No. The level of intellect on these people is, after all this time and all they've been through, they've learned nothing. Nothing. It was shocking to go back to it and hear all the same idiots saying all the same things. I was like, well, I guess you just can't teach an old dog new tricks. And that's it.
No, you can't. No, you can't. And also on these radio shows, like I've heard, especially when I heard this, I thought back to the RFID chips. I can't tell you, man. I've heard these people on the radio talk about RFID chips for children.
Yeah, chip to children.
As a hedge against kidnapping.
It's a good idea.
And you know, it's just
protect your kids.
Kidnapping. You know, it's only temporary. You know what?
Yeah. It's only temporary. temporary.
It's only temporary. You make sure they're not kidnapped, and you take it out.
You take it out when they
take it out. You do a couple of years. And
God.
So it's so ridiculous because it wouldn't prevent a kidnapping.
Right.
Well, you find them quick. The next time we lose them, but in 2011 or so, we were getting these RFID chip commercials around here for, again, pets. It always starts off as pets, and then it goes to children.
Test the waters.
They suggested it was a way to recover them when they were lost quicker, to get lost. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think that the chips would have been, that's it. Well, what do we need search party for?
No.
Little chip, you put it in their hindquarters, and that's it. And even though it was chipping a dog or a cat, I was one of the people saying it back then too. A lot of people were, that this is a stone's throw away from children and preventing or being able to go and rescue them from kidnapping and all that stuff. So now the normie is on to rationalizing that the chip would only be for childhood and it can come out again. When during COVID, we saw those rollouts in Europe.
Oh yeah.
Europe, those are not temporary chips.
No.
That was to be able to scan to get into hospitals, to have all of your medical records in your arm. That technology is still active.
You can go to Whole Foods and pay with your palm. This is the thing about it. It's all of this sort of the commonality is the level of thought that you can engage in, right? And like you said, like we think about things and we've seen it happen before, and you can just think one level deeper. Just go one level deeper to see what might happen. And that's the thing that some people just won't do. They're like, no, this is about pets. It's like, okay, so what you're saying is that it could never be about anything but pets? Yes. It's like, I don't know what to do with you, right? Like you've seen enough in your life to know that's not true. That's provably false. All we're asking you to do is say, just take this to the next logical conclusion. Just go one more step with me. Let's just say it's hypothetical. Like the government has never done anything wrong, but just if they were, how could they abuse this technology? And they either won't or can't do it.
They can't. Well, still can't. Still too trusting. They still believe in the general goodwill nature of our institutions.
Yeah, it's true.
And that does not exist. And something else has to break their trust in that, and then they'll see what the hell they've been agreeing with this whole time, just reflexively. But somebody eventually is going to say how it could have been, all this technology could have been used to find Nancy Guthrie. That's for sure. Although they did you see the?
Did they chip her? She must have been chipped.
The ring, they put some ring cam footage out today.
I saw that on the way over here
with a ski mask.
Yeah, weird.
And picking up flowers from the garden to put up in front. Like what did that? What would that even do?
I don't know. This feels weird, Frank. Again, I've been a little bit out of the loop over the last maybe week. Just like really busy with work stuff, and this doesn't feel right to me. It just feels like again, it's in 2026, so like. Ransom kidnappings, I feel like that was like a 20, 30 year ago thing. It's just, the whole thing feels weird. And I was actually curious about your take on it. And then the other day I think it was Megyn Kelly put something out on, it was one of the first things I've seen other than just seeing it tangentially, how the most recent video that the family made, Savannah, the daughter, read like a statement. She was reading a statement that she wrote. And it was like, in some cases, word for word from the movie Silence of the Lambs. And then, of course, you're like, oh my God, is this like, is the script for these people getting so absurd that they're now just, I mean, I don't know anything about this, but all my bells and whistles are going off. I'm like, something just feels weird about this.
Yeah, well, there's a general agreement on that level. What the hell? I mean, obviously, it's just a morbid kind of a thing. There's an elderly woman who's already in bad health that's gone. There's blood on the front step. There's a ransom, and it's just there's like a ticking. Like I said, it felt it has this general feeling of doom that was attached to the Titan submarine that went down to the Titanic.
Oh yeah.
Where you knew that you were working against the clock,
right?
And all that stuff, and
but then the FBI came out today, I think, and said so apparently, and these are the inconsistencies that I'm hearing, and then I'm going.
Well, wait, listen to this.
Okay.
Here is a New York City veteran homicide detective. I think his name is Paul Cialino. But listen to this. He's from his expertise his standpoint, he believes there's no way in hell that it's a kidnapping. Listen to what he has to say.
I don't think she was kidnapped. We would have heard. Listen, there would have been a video. There would have been a photograph. There would have been something. A lock of hair, a drop of blood, something mailed to somebody so they could verify, yes, in fact, these people have my mother. Kidnappers want to get paid quickly. They don't want this thing to linger. If you're negotiating with another drug dealer in South America somewhere, it could go on for a few weeks, a month, until they get bored and decide this is not worth it. And it's either pay up or we're going to kill this person. And it's always a negotiation, right? The first figure they throw out is never what actually gets paid, like any good business deal. There's going to be a negotiation, but it's going to be a fast and hard one. And there's been no negotiations. No one's called up and said, hey, where's my money? That hasn't happened. For the simple reason is nobody's kidnapped her, I don't think. If you're a good kidnapper, you're going to grab the medication on the way out the door because you're going to have to take care of her. You're going to have to keep her alive and healthy. Good point. Right? So it shows a total lack of planning. The total lack of forensic evidence of anyone being in that house, of grabbing her, is another clue that she wasn't kidnapped. You know, you walk in somewhere, you're going to leave something. I don't care who you are. You're going to leave some DNA, some footprints, some fingerprints, blood if anyone gets cut on glass or whatever. You know, listen, the FBI is great at crime scene processing. They've been processing this thing for, 6, 7, 8 days now. They've got nothing. If they had something, we'd have heard about it.
So, I mean, if it's not that, then what is it?
I know, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like, are you trying to create, some kind of sympathy? Is it I think today I saw, and again, so I don't know when that person made that video, but I saw today that the FBI said they weren't even aware that the family was negotiating to pay a ransom. They weren't even aware of this. So like, there's all kinds of things that are not making sense, and the family's not communicating with the FBI. But so that was what I saw this morning, and I'm just like, I don't know. None of this adds up. It doesn't feel right, and so I don't know. I just don't know. But I always trust my gut when it comes to this stuff, and I just don't feel like this is on the up and up for whatever that's worth. So.
Well, I mean, people are assuming that there's some kind of an inside job with a member of the family that wants assets and insurance, and that it could be as simple as that. I've seen other people that say perhaps it's not about money, and perhaps it's because she's a journalist who talked to victims of Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Which,
yeah.
But then again, she's also the one who famously sat in front of Donald Trump, and I think she was the first one to press him about Q.
Oh, I remember. I feel like we were watching that here together.
I think so. I think she was the first one to ask him about that. And she actually brought up in a mocking way that there's a theory out there that he has been sent to save the world from vampire pedophiles.
I remember that.
So she was the one that was given the opportunity to actually put the pedal to the metal on that one. It's not like she hasn't played ball in just being part of the firewall for that kind of stuff.
Right. I mean, and she's a liberal media member, so there's like the sympathetic element there, and you could maybe you could try and find a way and blame it on a Trump supporter. Like who knows?
I could find this. Savannah Guthrie.
They were that was like the wasn't that the town hall that they did?
Trump interview. Hold on, it's got to be in here.
I remember this.
Where the hell is it?
Was that the one that they did during the Biden election because Biden didn't want to do a face-to-face with him because of COVID? Wasn't that during that time period?
I don't know. And of course now I can't find it anywhere. Wait. Savannah Guthrie interviewed Trump the way he should have been it's not here.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I do remember it. And she did laugh.
Oh, okay, hold on. Trump denounces white...
We were supposed to, as mentioned, be watching you on a debate stage right now. We're not doing that, so let's clear up a few things from the last one. You were asked point blank to denounce white supremacy. In the moment, you didn't. You asked some follow-up questions. Who specifically? A couple of days later, on a different show, you denounced white supremacy.
No, you
My
always
question
do.
You remember these lines of questioning?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you've been asked about whether you denounce white supremacy.
Oh, God, so-
Will you do it tonight? And can you do it again?
Remember that's the level of thinking?
take
It's
it,
just
man.
unbelievable.
It's just-
And look at all these dopes with the masks.
Grating. It's
Dumbest
grating.
time in history.
to you is,
You've done this to
why
me and
does
everybody.
it seem like
I denounce white supremacy, okay?
You did
I
2 days
denounced
later.
white supremacy.
You took 48 hours.
You didn't say it fast enough.
Can you do it faster? Okay.
Faster, faster.
At a count of 3.
We'll say it together.
Denounce it. Not. You took 3 seconds that
Yes,
time.
sir. I don't know about that.
Are you upset?
For years, but you always do it. You always start off with a question.
Oh,
You didn't ask Joe Biden whether or not he.
Oh, here it
the
is.
savior?
Here it is. Trump sidesteps QAnon question. Here it is right here.
Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring, and that you
They are. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to start
This
right
didn't
here.
age well.
No, it didn't.
And I denounce these people on the left that are burning down our cities that are run by Democrats who don't
All right,
know what
while
they're
we're
doing.
denouncing, let me ask you about QAnon. It is this theory that Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring, and that
Imagine he said, no, Republicans as well.
Yes, let's be clear.
Republicans
It's
as
both.
no,
It's
Republicans
both.
as well.
It's crosses the
you
aisle.
are the savior of that. Now, can you just once and for all state that that is completely not true,
So,
and that
I know-
disavow
yeah.
QAnon in its entirety?
I know nothing about QAnon.
I just told
I
you.
know very little.
I just told you
me, but
everything.
what-
Listen, I read something last night. In fact, Mr. President, I have a list of things that I read somewhere that I want you to denounce.
You believe me, don't you?
There are certain things that I heard people say in a diner last night I want you to denounce. Unbelievable how we lived. How we
Yeah.
have lived
And
the
this
last...
Is this is a media member.
I know.
She's a
You tell me
journalist.
doesn't necessarily make it fact. I hate to say that. I know nothing about it. I do know they are very much against pedophilia. They fight it very hard, but I know nothing about it.
believe it is a
If you'd like
satanic
me
cult
to
run by the deep
study
state.
the subject, I'll tell
Did
Look
you
at
see that? The snarling?
The jaw.
Did you see the snarling?
Yeah.
With
the
the fucking...
deep state.
With the curled upper lip? It is. And it absolutely is. You think about where we are right now.
I know.
Hold
I
on.
know,
Let's
man.
go back. Let's go back to that snarling, curled upper lip like the Grinch.
fight it very hard, but I know nothing about it.
They believe it is
If
a
you'd like
satanic
me
cult
to
run by the deep
study
state.
subject,
Hold on. Look at that.
He's the Joker. She looks like Heath Ledger.
That was supposed, and I guess that line was supposed to be like a whoa,
I gotcha.
whoa.
It's TV for stupid people.
No,
That's what
that was supposed to be like, here is the big picture crazy of it all. And now here we are in 2026. And even though we didn't need any of this
no,
stuff.
I know. But some people did need it. And
By
some
the
people
way-
were freaking out about it. Like, this is all real? Jeffrey Epstein wasn't just a one-off random pig who got caught with a prostitute? No, that's not all he was, sweetie.
It's very...
Sit down in the back seat. And shut up.
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are in the Quite Frankly Telegram, today I dropped in, it was like a Pizzagate 1.0 master post as far as a PDF. I mean, it is very thorough. It's not for the faint of heart. Everything that has been logged. I just wanted to make sure that it's out there.
I saw
people have
somebody,
that.
I saw somebody posting a video of Howard Stern had Hillary Clinton on, and somebody called in asking about Pizzagate, and they went on, and Howard Stern went on and on and on about what a joke it was, and all. These people are hysterical because I don't know how much more. I mean, doesn't it feel like to you that this recent Epstein drop has created more waves than anything so far? I mean, even like overseas, like in England, there's some serious stuff going on in the English Parliament over there with all these people that are popping up in this version of phase 2 of the Epstein files, or whatever you want to call it. I just feel like this has a little bit more weight even than last time, which is a good thing. But that's what it seems to me.
Well, the last couple of times we've gotten releases, any kind of files that have been declassified or made public or whatever, they've just been the same things
That's
over and
true.
over. Like it's almost like whenever somebody, it was every couple of years people would say, "Hey, we got some new stuff from WikiLeaks," and it was the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
And but this was very new.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy stuff in there, a lot of it without context, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter at this point because, it's like I said today, the reason why I put my old materials for Pizzagate into the Telegram is that was all established. We were talking about pages and pages of things that no longer exist on the internet anymore. They've been wiped all over the place. The work had been done.
Yeah.
And thoroughly. These people were the firewall for anybody understanding the nuance to it. Savannah Guthrie was part of the apparatus who made sure that everybody believed that Pizzagate was about Hillary Clinton tossing dough and making pizzas at Comet Ping Pong. It was her space, and she was running it from like it was a front.
Yeah.
For the, it's the most ridiculous shit.
And so that's why you'll have to forgive me if, I don't take anything that Savannah, all I hope is that her mother is fine.
Yes, absolutely.
That's all I care about, but I don't trust her or her family or anything. Like, nothing about these people rings true to me. There's nothing authentic about them. And when I watched Savannah even reading that note, and then again seeing the fact that it was almost word for word in some cases from Silence of the Lambs, I'm like, you know what? These people, you can literally never trust them. And maybe her mother really did get kidnapped. And if this is Savannah's response to it, reading some note that has like Hollywood hallmarks on it, I mean, it just kind of in line with her character from what I've seen. So
well, let's see. You know what? Hold on. There is like 1 minute left in this, and it says that it's still like bookmarked as QAnon. So I want to hear what the rest. I don't remember the rest of it.
No,
I just remembered this. What she thought was going to be this mic drop moment here that she's snarling through.
I'll tell you what I do know about. I know about Antifa, and I know about the radical left, I know how violent.
Ben Sass said, quote, QAnon is nuts, and real leaders call conspiracy theories conspiracy theories. Why not just say it's crazy and not true?
He may be right. I just don't know about QAnon.
Why can't you just say that powerful people who partake, who dictate so much of how we are? First of all, they're surrounded by masked morons that are only doing that because of the conspiracy of powerful people.
Oh my God!
Like they're having a conversation in a room where everybody is 6 feet apart in a circle, and they're masked. They look like fucking sentinels. I mean, what the hell is this whole scene here? And she's talking about it's a conspiracy that needs to be denounced, and they're sitting in the middle of a broadcast studio. It's just like it's incredible.
I mean, it's like it couldn't be more. You're literally sitting around the conspiracy. It's all around you.
You're sitting inside it.
Yeah,
like that was like the eye of the storm.
And Bill Gates. I mean, those people are sitting there wearing their masks and doing all that, very much so at the behest of Bill Gates. Let's face it, he was America's #1 public health figure. He would have done. I mean, he ran that show. People forget. Anthony Fauci. That guy's a clown. He's always been a clown. Bill Gates ran the show. Bill Gates probably had more airtime on CNN than anybody else. And Bill Gates is now even more embarrassed by, I'm not saying he's personally embarrassed, but his name has been even more, paraded around in this latest tranche of Epstein documents. So that's the person, Savannah, that you were listening to in the middle of COVID. But it's a conspiracy.
Yeah,
say it. Say it.
The fact that this, I can't believe that this is still out there. 5 years ago, here's the top comment. I denounce white supremacy. The reporter replied with, "That sounds like a little bit of a dodge." What WTF? Like this is like they're not.
No.
See, this is why I'm intrigued, and I never want anybody to meet an untimely end, especially in a state of terror, like a home invasion or something like that.
Of course.
Absolutely not. And that's really, it's just, it's morbid intrigue. What the hell is this really all about? Because there has to be on this level, and people are right in saying, there's so many middle class and poor people who have lost children and adults who have been kidnapped, didn't come home. There's a mystery around where the hell they are, and they don't get this kind of attention.
Mm-hmm.
I know. This is definitely it's attention grabbing. It's a headline. This is where that's just the way it is. It sucks that this attention these resources can't be evenly doled out when somebody loses an innocent person. But at the same time, it calls attention to who these people are in the games that they've played throughout their whole career.
Right. And Frank, I mean, let's be perfectly honest here. I mean, I don't know the relationship that Savannah had with her mother. Who's to say that she wouldn't put her up as a sacrificial lamb for some greater point? I mean, Jesse Smollett, did it to himself. I mean, I don't think that, given the way we see these people act on a national stage, like Savannah Guthrie, like we just watched, I don't put anything past these people. So I'm sorry. You have not earned any degree of trust, for me over the last, I don't know, at least 5 years, but going back quite a bit further. So you are guilty until proven innocent in my eyes. So that's why this whole thing has just kind of smelled funny to me. And I could be completely wrong. And this could be exactly what it is portrayed to be, is just a random kidnapping. And that's what we'll find out. Okay, fine. Then I'll say, well, I was wrong about that. But my gut tells me something is weird. And I don't know what it is, but it was really nice to see that guy, a former homicide detective who actually has experience in this, say, yeah, something doesn't look right to me either. And I'm like, all right, well, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
it never felt right to me.
I don't think you're not nearly the only one.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I want to hear 10 more seconds.
Oh, keep asking me these questions.
I do have one more in this vein.
Let me just tell you, what I do hear about it is they are very strongly against pedophilia. And I agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that, and I agree with it very
But
strongly.
there's not a satanic pedophile
I have
cult
no
they run
idea.
by.
I know
You
nothing
don't
about
know that? Okay.
No, I don't know that.
And neither
Just
do you.
this
Neither
week,
do you know that.
I love that
just
line.
this week you
Why aren't
retweeted.
you asking me about Antifa? Why aren't you asking me
'Cause you
about the
just-
radical left?
because you're
Why aren't
volunteering
you
it.
asking Joe Biden questions?
He was definitely a lot sharper back then, too.
Yeah.
There, you can take that. But
And neither do you. That was my favorite line. I remember that. No, I don't know that, and neither do you.
oh, you don't know. You can't say just off the top of your head. It is like it could never be. It could never be. There could never be this kind of an operation going on out there.
Never.
Oh, what?
Never.
So she's a
Well, she's a simpleton, is what she
Yeah,
is,
well-
or she's a willing,
yes,
participant.
yes, fellow traveler.
Yep.
And there's that. Okay, well, I mean, there's so much stuff.
I know.
There's so much stuff here. Take a listen to this. Here's another conspiracy theory for you. People have asking once
boy.
again, why aren't there? They're asking about McDonald's. And here's the math for McDonald's. We're just doing math with the ring cam.
Mhm.
Here's the math. The math behind McDonald's doesn't add up. Where is all the beef coming from? Let's see. Hold on. Let me.
Oh God.
Where is it? Hold on. Shit. Why was this? Oh, there you go. Where's all the beef coming from? U.S. consumes roughly 78 million pounds of beef every day, which would require the slaughter of over 150,000 cows daily, and claims the numbers simply don't add up. McDonald's restaurants blanket the country. Burgers never stop flowing. The shortages never seem to hit. This much beef can't exist naturally. What exactly are we eating? And let's also just remember, it's not just McDonald's. I know McDonald's blankets the world, but inside regionally, other fast food joints really sometimes dominate McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
So what can you tell us about that? Because this is where
I can't tell you anything.
everybody in the comments went right to Soylent Green, and that it is. I think that one of the comments in here said, where the hell is it? Hey, seen any new graveyards lately?
Oh God.
And that's an old one there too.
Yeah.
Why aren't there? I always thought about that too. Like, wouldn't? And I understand. I looked into that in particular. I said there must be has something to do with cremation rates and all that other stuff. Because you'd imagine after a few centuries, so much of the world would be a cemetery.
Yeah.
If we continue to just bury people and put a headstone where they are. But it always goes down to Soylent Green and whether or not people are actually eating human remains. It reminded me of what Anthony's encounter with the Dunkin' Donuts guy. Did you hear about that?
I don't think so.
He stopped in on the show on Thursday night to tell me about his encounter with the cash register guy at Dunkin' Donuts, who just started up a conversation with him and said, "Hey, so did you eat McDonald's?" And he said, "No, not really, not in quite a few years." He said, "Did you hear? They found human remains in McDonald's." And Anthony said, "Oh, really? Like, where'd you find out?" He goes, "Oh, it's all over the place." And obviously, there's no stories about it, but the internet's full of shit like this. And of course, we've gone through the phases of the pink slime and what the hell that was, and that it has similar chemical compounds as the yoga mats inside of there and shit. Whether or not people are eating meat but foam. Why is it that so much of McDonald's meat has like a trace element of laxatives in there to help move it along? Can it even move along without assistance? I don't know.
Do you remember in maybe it was the 90s or early 2000s when Taco Bell got in trouble for, like, there was some percentage of their beef that wasn't beef, and so they had to stop calling something beef. This was like a Taco Bell. I think it was like 65% or something like that was only 65% of their beef tacos were beef. See, I don't know if you can find it, but that's so again, without doing any research or even thinking about, without thinking about the numbers, the first thing I think is, there's probably enough of an element of filler that you're not really getting.
A 2011 class action lawsuit alleges Taco Bell's seasoned beef contained only 35% beef.
35%, okay.
Prompting accusations of false advertising, Taco Bell defended its product, stating it consists of 88% USDA inspected beef, with the remaining 12% being seasonings, water, and binders, not filler. The lawsuit was eventually dropped.
Okay. So that's where my mind goes first, is that there's probably just some amount of filler, but I don't know. And all I can tell you is, again, McDonald's should be for you like the oasis in the desert, right? Like, I'm not saying you may avoid it forever, but try to avoid it as much as possible. Definitely don't make it a staple, and try to get as much quality meat as you can at home, because the truth is, I don't think anybody really has the answer to that question. And it's frightening when it's put that way, because if the math doesn't math, then I don't know the answer. But human remains, again, would that be, if you were to find out someday that Bill Gates was invested in, he was recycling poop water for a while, wasn't he? Wasn't that a thing? I remember a video of him like in this factory where he's like, this water is made from poop. It's delicious. Like, that's Bill Gates.
And Anderson Cooper's like, give me some of that. Let me try it. I want to gargle with it.
Oh, Bill, you're wonderful. Yeah, so,
Bill, this is sensational.
That guy, man.
Dude.
Again, the definition of having too much money.
Well, here's a couple things. I just want to let you guys know about the cemeteries and whether or not this is people that were eating.
Okay.
I went and I checked out some of this stuff, and then I'm going to combine the satanic pedophile thing with, you were asking about, what I thought of, whether or not we got new stuff out of this Epstein thing, with a little bit of a compilation of something that only smacks of cannibalism.
Okay.
And it's and again, it's another reason why when I saw this compilation, it's an Asmongold clip. When I saw this compilation, because I had seen some of the emails, but apparently he had gotten them all together and just read through them and reacted to it all. But this was part of the reason why I went down deep into my archives and dropped that Pizzagate 1.0 PDF into the Telegram.
Okay.
Because I just wanted people to know when and how it started on 4chan, where it was just the messaging. It was just the emails that followed the exact same speech patterns that started drawing attention in the summer of 2016. We'll do that in just a second.
Okay.
Actually, we'll do it right now, and I'll do this after our little halfway point. So here it is. Here it is. Instead of pizza, though, it's jerky. Okay? Now just listen to how these messages present themselves. And we were called schizo. Anybody who was out there, some people were getting a lot more attention than others. Tracy Beans did incredible work on it. Liz Crokin's spoken about a lot, and she's put a lot of weight in it. She's leaned into it there too.
That entire Out of Shadows documentary was built around her
quite a bit.
Work. Yeah.
But we've had quite a few friends who were and some of them collaborated with each other.
Yeah.
It was a freaky ass time, but also because not only were we getting confirmation for ourselves I never expect honest disclosures, but we were getting confirmation. And also we were on the brink of a historic election that we thought perhaps we can actually see these people swing.
Right.
And anyway, this is the kind of thing that started catching our attention. Listen to this. Listen to these readings.
Crazy, think they found a code word for human meat? Wait, what? Hope you are feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? I also added more to the jerky and ginger lemongrass. Thank you so much. Super cool. Beef jerky, delicious. Jojo is here and we'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. We'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. Why would jerky walk around? Why would it do that? Delicious lunch, beef jerky. Steve and I are very grateful above all for your friendship. Some of these emails are so wholesome, aren't they? It's too bad they eat kids. A small insulated bag would be fine. I don't recommend checking it. No need for crazy amounts of ice. One should do. There is one bag of beef jerky in the fridge. Please get it. Also, Blank has more at her place. Please get it from her as well. I suppose it needs to be in a cold, insulated bag. Just wanted to touch base about jerky. J.E. said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. He said he has 6 bags of it in a downstairs freezer. Why would you freeze jerky? Steve needs a 6 to 8 ounce portion of jerky. I gave you all the jerky we had, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt like it was more important for you to have the jerky to eat during my time off. My plan is to make a batch before I leave for LSJ, and some of that will go to Steve, and the rest will go to you at LSJ when I arrive. Little St. James Island. That's what LSJ must mean. So
Yes.
logically, that means that they were doing this off of the island. Steve Hansen is sending jerky to your attention overnight. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Jeffrey Epstein is asking to bring him more jerky. I'm flying in on Friday. I will bring jerky. Is there a time I could come say hi and drop off the beef jerky? And that's from Jeffrey Epstein. Francis has time to come tomorrow. Show me how to make it. Jerky class anyone. He will bring you to taste his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. He sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called guys, the restaurant's called Cannibal and Cooks. Wait for it. Beef jerky and steak. Can Blank make some jerky? I think we should landscape all around the house to use the water if possible. If the main house is not enough. Are there any recorded images of...
Anyway.
I mean, my mind goes to people like what's her name? Maria Abramovich. Remember all of her spear cooking stuff and all of those freak show celebrities like
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, and their parties where they're like pretending to eat people. Well, it's not really people. It's cake that look like people. I mean,
listen. All you need to do is, I mean, it's so rudimentary.
Mm-hmm.
Examining Tony Podesta's art collection is all you need.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very obvious what was going on here. It's very obvious. And again, like last night I was saying, I've thought about this over the course of the last week or so that these emails and everything, these messages have been made public. And I said, well, perhaps there's a lot more to come, and perhaps we will start seeing evidence of blackmail. But so far, I just see really sick, powerful, rich, psychopathic people who are doing exactly what they want with the people they want to do it with. I don't see a lot of coercion right now.
No,
and that's not to say that people haven't been blackmailed and that loose ends have not been tied up.
Sure,
we're needed, but I'll tell you, man, there is what context could be missing from those emails. And that's exactly what kicked all this off in 2016. While Jake Tapper and everybody was running cover because the normie headlines was on the DNC emails,
right?
And how the 2026 election wasn't even really an election. The DNC emails were incredible because they showed us that the DNC essentially was broke. They had no money, and to be able to keep themselves afloat, they allowed the DNC, the to be completely consumed and steered by the Clintons.
Right.
The Clinton campaign became the Democrat Party because they were the only ones who could actually go out there and raise money. And the only person that was on the campaign trail for the Democrat Party that was actually really pulling in organic support was Bernie Sanders. And and that was the same time that we saw. I mean, even Donna Brazile gave interviews on this stuff here too, where she had to go and break it to Bernie Sanders that, listen, we know you raised and spent nearly $200 million from every college kid in the country who opened up their piggy banks, but you're not going to get it. The super delegates are going. It's not you. You're not going to get it, and that's it. So like they had to go break it to him that this was a farce. She's been preordained because the DNC needs money, and the Clintons are the only ones who can bring in the mega bucks. So that was something, and that also in the DNC emails is where we started seeing the how finally we are watching this really pathetic, groveling nature of the press and the political class. How they're just like, asking for interviews. What do you want me to write?
Oh yeah,
they're sending their pieces to the campaign before they send it to their editors.
Right.
Is everything kosher? And then, so while that's all going on, John Podesta, whose email password was password,
I mean, obviously watching that video reminded me of all of those Podesta emails and all the weird, what was it, for Obama's inauguration was some kind of like $65,000 worth of hot dogs or something like that. There were all kinds of those strange and bizarre coded messages.
Yeah, it's when you describe, it's one thing to say, hey, let's go out for some hot dogs, let's go out for one thing or another. You don't say, let's just get together. We can eat hot dogs for an hour and a half, and then we can go to the whatever, and so and then you start talking about so and so, names. When you start actually talking about children, about they will be entertainment,
right,
and their ages, and they'll be in the pool, available for one thing or another. It's like this is not normal.
No, it's not normal, and nobody. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much circumstantial evidence you need to be able to assume the worst of these people. But again, we go back to the beginning of this show where we were talking about people either not being capable of or refusing to think on a lower or, one level deeper, because I mean, that causes them to completely question their entire existence. And I'm sorry, but if you want the truth, sometimes you're going to have to throw a lot of things into question, and you're going to have to be willing to go down that rabbit hole. And I don't think I know a lot of people, they just want to sit there, man, and they want to watch their Super Bowl, and they want to watch their halftime commercials, and they want to clap like a seal when Bad Bunny comes out, and they just want to be left to stew in that ignorance. Meanwhile, and that's fine if people aren't being hurt in the background, but the fact is that people are being hurt in the background, and that's why you don't have that luxury of sitting there like some, consumer of reality television and like nothing else is happening. It's not going to cut it anymore. And we have too much evidence to the contrary. So I don't know what we do with those people who refuse to see, but they're going to be forced to see soon. And I think it's going to be alarming to them, to say the least, at the world they've been living in.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For many, not for all.
No,
others,
not for all.
Others are kind of just like
Does it ever make you wonder if it's even worse than we think it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt. I don't know the veracity of this one thing that I've seen. I set it aside for tomorrow night that perhaps I can open up with it and maybe talk to Robert Phoenix about it, because he's coming back on. And I would like to. They're described as Jeffrey Epstein's like last girlfriend. Like she was actually photographed with him outside of the New York, brownstone or wherever the hell he was living toward the end.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is all correct, if she is actually who she says she is, she's been tweeting a lot about how bad it really is and how he has been made into a fall guy for what is something that is so much darker and deeper and is satanic, that he did not actually take part in any of the ritualistic aspects of it. He seems like a guy who's pretty atheistic. I can't imagine I often wonder that stuff. How many atheists are actually going through a satanic ritual? How many?
Oh yeah, I would fully embrace the concept that Epstein was a useful idiot. They knew his proclivities.
But idiot, maybe in a colloquial form of using that phrase, because he's not dumb.
No. But I mean, you can manipulate people based on their proclivities. But maybe he didn't even care about the rest of it. But they were able to use him for the things they needed to use him for. He got what he wanted. They got what they wanted, and never the two shall meet. I could see that. I could see him being a smaller part of something bigger. Absolutely.
Got it.
That's what I mean. So his supposedly this is his final girlfriend. And has she said anything about whether he's actually dead or not? Because I mean, I've been seeing a lot of interesting things.
She says he's dead.
Okay. I've been seeing some things about that too.
I don't have. Let me see what the hell it is. I'll have to pick it up for later on. But here's what we're gonna do right now. It's 8:04. I really want to do this script story, and I think we can do it in the last half hour.
Okay.
Or maybe the last 20 minutes.
Sure.
So from now until 8:35, I want to take some calls, and I want to go through some super chats, and I want to do some other extra stuff along the way.
Let's do it.
Because I'm sure there are people out there who might have a lot of things that they remember going through. Anything that has already triggered them into some deep thought for tonight. More than welcome to call in. I will leave the line open. In the meantime, I also just have to thank my sponsor for tonight as well, and that is Keto Brainz. And I just wanted to remind you guys and gals that we have a wonderful thing going on for February. Molly always sets aside incredible prizes for people. The discount code for February is February. And the prize that you enter into when you buy anything on the website with that discount code that already gets you 15% off, you get this. You get a Keto Brainz gifting bundle. That's one extra bag of Keto Brainz. You get the glass jar, the spoon, the brass knuckle mug, the one deluxe hand blender. I love those things. You get a bag of creatine, a bag of Keto Brainz, another shirt, I should say. That's all at $225. The red light face mask, that's $200. Wow. Copper peptide facial serum, that's like $65. Woo! A bag of this pharmacological ancestral New Zealand bone broth from our friends and brand new company that I hope that become sponsors at some point.
I want to try that stuff.
Me too. And then you're also going to get a bottle of the BPC 157, which is about $160 in value. Mm-hmm. So just by going to the website and buying the most incredible bag of non-dairy, non-sugar nootropic creamer to really jack up your coffee and change your morning or your pre-workout routines around, whatever the hell it is, just by going to ketobrainz.com and buying something with any promo code from Quite Frankly, especially the February one. Not only do you get a discount off the top, but then you also get entered into a raffle for the end of the month that is essentially about $800 again. Wow. I don't know how she keeps doing it, but people love her and she loves people. Mm-hmm. And it's great stuff. It's awesome. So please go check them out. And if you want samples, email me. I still love buying the postage and the samples themselves for you, sending them to you, because I know you're going to like it. Anyhow, all right, let's take a call. 219, you're on with Frank and Jay. Who's this?
Hey, Frank, John Otter here.
What's up, John?
Hey, I had a really weird little trip. I started seeing Congress as like the birthday party at the Baron's birthday party in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Like I started seeing, you see these, I don't know if you know the scene, but, Dick Van Dyke was like the puppet guy who was supposed to be a toy, little Trump toy, dancing around. And you got this ball of the United States Congress dancing to the Baron. And I just thought it was a really strange, let me call it a vision, because you look at these people's faces, man, and when they get their sound bites on TV, that's what they look like to me, man. It's
you're right.
Everything's so gross.
You're right. I mean, there's nothing. All of the news, all the town halls that we've watched have always been so forced and awkward to me. Yeah. even on a rally level, I'll pick through all of the video highlights that come in, so we have something to comment on, a joke that's been ripped, a declaration that's been made, whatever the hell it is. But other than that, I don't know.
Everything's a caricature anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you don't even know. Like when somebody posts an X thing of like tonight, there was an X post of Guthrie's porch. I don't even know if that's AI anymore.
Oh man,
all
that's
I read
so
is the bylines and the headlines, and now I got to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
well,
yeah.
I'm looking at.
I'm just frustrated, brother.
I get you, John. But I'm glad you get to call in and scream into this pillow. Have a good night, my friend.
I love you so much. Bye.
Love you too.
That was like I think I've said this on the show before. I mean, even Rumble is littered with AI ads, and now in the Super Bowl had quite a few AI ads, and I'm already tired of it. I'm so tired of it.
Yo, you know what's crazy? What was weird about the Super Bowl AI ads? When I saw a couple of them. Okay, the one that I remember was the Jurassic Park one.
Yes. They all looked weird.
I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, what is it? It's very strange that you can know off the bat that everybody, Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, I mean, everybody that they're recreating these scenes of Jurassic Park, but everybody is AI generated. But they generated everybody as if they were old, but still dressing young with dyed hair. Like I was like, what? It's such a very odd. You want to talk about a kind of like a surreal usage of AI where we know how good it can be right now, but they chose to make everybody look weird.
Sam Neill looked horrific. I didn't even think he looked like I don't know. If I didn't know the movie and didn't, recognize the outfit, I'm not sure I would. I'm not sure I would have put my finger on that and said, "Oh yeah, that's that."
I don't know if they use them at all. Sam Neill is terminally ill.
Yeah, I think so.
And so I just don't understand. Like there was no de-aging done. Everybody just kind of looked old but cartoonish. And I don't know.
They're just all the AI ads now are just bothering me. Like because you hear like I've even seen ones. So in my circles, I know people's voices, and I saw the other day. I was listening to a YouTube video while I was doing something else, and I heard a doctor that I know personally. I heard his voice, and I was like, "What is he doing? He's doing some weird YouTube ad." So I went over, to look at the ad, and Frank, it wasn't him. So they're putting other people's voice. I know his voice. They put his voice on some random dude, and of course you can tell it's not real. And I'm like, what is going on?
Bro, let me tell you something else going on here. And we're talking about tiny little scams that are probably making people hundreds of thousands instead of millions. Matt from Cultivate Elevate. Mm-hmm. I had to get in touch with him, and I said, "Hey, Matt, listen, I just wanted to know, is this your product that's being sold with your voice?"
Oh, copper water bottles?
No, not copper water bottles.
Okay.
This time it was linen sheets, and because my mother-in-law, because she knows Matt from the show and trusts him as a personality and whatever, she actually bought some linen sheets from what she thought was Matt, and it had been a month and nothing had come in yet. No. And I asked him, I said, "Listen, is this you right here?" And he got a little irate. He's like, "These sons of bitches, they're all." I've been trying to bring attention to and they're from like overseas too.
Dude, I have seen him. I have seen him on multiple copper bottle and linen sheet ads, and I was like wondering, they're all different brands.
It was only his voice though. They didn't clone his face, so they made a product commercial where he's narrating it. But if you're one of the hundreds of thousands of people who follow Matt's work,
yes,
you know his voice. Like if you heard my voice pop up selling, I don't know, a widget.
That happened to me one time, but this was like a couple of years ago, and it was not AI, but it was my voice, and it was from an interview that I had done. And luckily it was a good company. It was like a podcast, like a couple of women who do like this agriculture podcast. And they overlaid this piece of my interview over this whole thing. And now, luckily it was something I aligned with, but it freaked me out because it was on Instagram, and I went through the story, and I was like, I know that voice. I'm like, That's my voice.
I know.
And it was weird.
Anthony can tell you some stories. Here, let's take another call. 614, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Frank, how you doing?
Hey, who's this?
It's Patrick, 614 Patrick.
Hey, what's going on,
Pat?
Pat?
It's been a long time since I talked to you.
Very long time. What's on your mind tonight?
Well, you guys are talking about these scams. And,
just anything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're all over the place now. You know, I work in IT, and they try to scam me, even at work. Try to see if I would fall for their phishing scams, and it's crazy. But I think all our phone numbers and contacts have been like stolen, because I just got a text today and said, "Hey, this is Jacob calling you," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I know a Jacob, but I don't know who you are." So, you know, I just delete them. And then I get all these house calls about, you want to sell your house for X amount of dollars. So I don't know. This stuff happens all the time.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to drive off into, and thank you for the call, into the. I understand that. Hey, listen, there were scams before there was the internet. So I understand the scams are getting crazier, but this in particular, I mean, there's actually no effort. They're so automated. Let's take a call from Nicholas. What's going on, Nick?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good, man. So I've been watching the show. Hold on, let me turn the background off.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
So I love the show. It's great. One thing you might be missing. Do you remember about Rabbi Finkelstein and the whole radio show that happened?
Rabbi Finkelstein.
What about it?
All right, so there was an interview with this Rabbi Finkelstein and a popular radio show host. I can't remember the name of the other guy, but Rabbi Finkelstein was saying, "It's over for you white people, and we already feed your kids. And we put your kids into the McDonald's, and we put it in the sausage, and we do all that stuff." That was a literal interview that this guy did.
I'm actually seeing something from back in 2013 on this on Reddit.
Hold on, I'm putting it. I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah.
Let's see, McDonald's refers. No.
McDonald's baby meat interview with Rabbi Abraham Finkelstein.
2020, a years old hoax that first appeared in satirical. Hold on, Nick. Is there anything else you wanted to leave us before I go diving into this?
Well, no, that was one thing that I wanted to add to that.
Okay.
Because I listened to that, and I was like dumbfounded when I listened to this whole interview. It was crazy. And so I had that.
Okay.
There was something else, but I can't think of it right now.
All right. Well, it's okay. We're live nightly, as you know, and it's good to hear from you. So make it a habit.
All right. I will. I definitely will.
All right, brother. Well, thank you so much, Nick. I'm looking at this. Abe Finkelstein. Hold on. This is from Steam It, so you know it's good.
Was it better than Reddit?
I remember I had to Steam It. Abe Finkelstein admits that they are kidnapping our children, and the blood is being drunk, and the bodies are being disposed of to make beef burgers and sausage meat.
This is wild. This is wild.
It's all, and of course, all of the YouTube videos that were embedded on here are no longer there.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I mean, listen. Who else is eating us?
The list would be shorter.
Who else is eating? It would be.
Who's not eating us? Is like,
call in if you know who is not eating us.
Well, this show took a turn.
Just please.
You thought you were putting an innocent McDonald's meme up there, and now all of a sudden the rabbis are eating us.
Soylent Green is Big Macs. All right, here we go. Let's take a call from 814. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Paul.
Paul?
Hey, Frank.
Hey.
Yeah, hey, Frank. First time caller.
It's great to hear from you.
Yeah, hey, I'm listening to the show tonight, and I had a take on the Guthrie story
Great.
you were covering earlier.
Great. I want some takes.
What's that?
I said I want some takes on this. I haven't heard many people's theories from the audience. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm at my family's big party for the Super Bowl, and my family is Fox News conservatives. So they're almost there, but they were mesmerized with this Guthrie story. And I jokingly said to them, I said, well, this is just a story to keep you busy until they start telling you that Epstein was a Russian spy, but they were so mesmerized by this story that I couldn't believe it, almost like they were in a trance. And I said, not long ago, I'm in the town. If I look out my window, I could see the McDonald's where the guy that shot the healthcare CEO, and, there wasn't even a word about that. And they don't know nothing about Epstein. And I'm just blown away by it. Like they don't even know what's going on.
Listen, Paul, I'll tell you, this was my observation. This was not necessarily like a groundbreaking observation. It was just a reminder of mine back on, like, it was Christmas of 2020 or 2021 or something like that. It was just a reminder that there are, a lot of the people who cast votes like you are doing it for vastly different reasons. And that, 80 some odd million people who voted for Trump this time around, or whatever the hell it was, the vote totals were, it wasn't because 80 some odd million people are talk about what we talk about, right? That there are just, most of them are middle of the road, distracted with all normal things. Not that they're stupid or unintelligent. Right. It's just that people are completely tuned into different things, and that element of Fox News Republican types, Fox News Republican normies, they're as good as Democrats. Seriously. I mean, when election day comes around, you guys they'll cast a vote different than a Democrat, but their reasoning is 98% the same on everything, and what they're willing to accept about the world, the untold truth about the world and how it works, 98% alike. And those little reminders, whether you go to a Super Bowl show, a Super Bowl party, or a Christmas party, you get those little reminders along the way that, once every 2 to 4 years, you may cast a vote the same way as some people, but you are not thinking the same way. That's for sure.
That's correct. And of course, they were watching the Christian-based Turning Point halftime show that I had to halfway suffer through. But thanks for the call, Frank.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
This was wonderful.
Go Yankees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. I know.
You only got half the room on that one.
Please, I'm trying to convince myself that there's something to go Yankees over. Just whatever. But no, I know what he's saying. Yeah. I still haven't even looked up the TPUSA thing.
I didn't do anything for the halftime show. But, to your point, I've had this experience where you feel like you forget sometimes. So I was talking to somebody and was realizing that there was some commonality in certain areas, like in terms of realizing that, Kamala Harris was just a shell of a human being, and Hillary Clinton was what Hillary Clinton is. And so I thought, oh, well, this is a person who understands things, right? And then the next thing that came out of her mouth was, man, I wish we had George W. Bush back. And you're like, whoa. Like you said, there's a totally different understanding. I'm like, really? Like you think that all those people that voted for Trump are Republicans that would vote for George W. Bush? Like, you don't really understand what the shift that's happening. You don't really understand what's going on. And that's when it's that moment where you're like, oh yeah. So I mean, you're still like a Republican, whatever that means, right? Like, yeah. I'm trying to destroy both parties because they're both useless.
I know.
Right? And so, I mean, and to me, RFK and Trump represent that mindset. I don't think either of them are with their respective parties. I think they use the vehicle, the corpse of, in order to hopefully attain a position of authority where they can actually create some change. But they're not Republicans or Democrats. That argument is long gone.
I know.
So,
yep. I know.
It's silly.
That's one of those scripts that we all still have to contend with.
Yeah.
Here, but we have a wonderful amount of calls coming in. I love this. But let me get to some super chats first because and remember, everybody I'm reading right here, I'm going to be compiling all these names and they will be included and however many times they contribute into the Thursday night drawing that it now includes an ounce of silver, Jane Barlow's book. I think tomorrow I might put one of I don't know, but you know what Molly sent me?
What?
Molly sent me a small stack of what she called golden tickets.
Okay.
I got a golden ticket right
Willy
here.
Wonka style?
Keto Brainz golden ticket. It's got a QR code on it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is good for one 30-day bag of Keto Brainz Nootropic Creamer. I think I might just, if people call in and make me laugh, I think I might just give them this over the. Yeah, I got a stack of it right here. So that might be tomorrow's contribution. We'll see.
Wow.
All right, let's see. Eli P says, I know what part of the Guthrie interview you were looking for, Frank. I tried calling it into you. Remember, you do at the in that upward voice. That you do?
Did she say that?
Did she
do?
Well, I mean,
we found it.
We found the interview. We didn't watch the whole thing.
No,
so it's probably in the 45 seconds that we didn't watch.
Yeah.
Jay Britt says, good evening, Frank and Jay. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Rev, our good friend Rev, says, I LARP as someone who loves this show enough to spend hundreds and travel half the country to attend a jamboree. But deep down inside, I don't like to talk in places I don't like to talk about. I hate this show. I loathe this show. Anyway, hi, Jay. Great show, Frank. Ta-ta for now.
That's the worst LARP ever. It's costing you a fortune.
I know. We really got to go check out the location for the jamboree.
We're gonna do it. It's coming. Everybody sit tight.
Gribble Sillin, who was also at the jamboree,
it's one of my favorite names.
Send me pounds and pounds of Wisconsin cheese.
Gribble Sillin?
Yes.
I have an address too, you know.
I know. So on a brighter thought on food, how's the cheese? He says. Half of it has been eaten.
I don't know how the cheese is.
I had the Merlot cheese. The Merlot cheese I had on my own. But Aurora, every day Aurora goes, Dad, you want to have some sharp cheddar cheese? and we go and we cut it up and he sent me like the oldest block of cheese was like a 16-year. That was sharp.
16 years. The raw cheese you can get at Whole Foods is like 12 months is probably about the most you're going to get. 16 years.
Man, it's so good. It crumbles.
Wow.
It's it's so good. But we're actually working on a bigger block of 4-year aged yellow right now, so we're gonna do that. ST says, yet DJT Donald quickly asked the FBI to investigate, find her mother. I hope her mother is found safely. I'd wish for everyone's mother.
Absolutely.
Hey, yeah.
I mean, especially if she's like some unwitting pawn in this whole whatever thing it is. So, yeah, absolutely.
Mark Sterner says, great show as always, Frank. Cheers. Thank you. A lot coming in from YouTube tonight. Remember, everybody, become a sponsor of the show, quitefrankly.tv. There's a sponsors tab. There's links in the description. You can also become a sponsor by becoming a YouTube member right there in the chat room. Not only do you get the Sunday streams and the book clubs, but we have another film club watch party this Friday night, 9:00. We're watching Drive, the 2011 cult classic. You ever watch Drive?
It sounds familiar. What's the
Ryan Gosling is like this stunt driver, but he also moonlights as a getaway car driver, and he gets himself mixed up into all that. It's awesome.
Yes, I do believe I have seen that.
It's awesome.
Yep.
So we're going to be watching that together at 9:00 on Friday. Only way to get into that and so many other things is become a sponsor for as little as $5. It's nothing. And you get so much love back. It's incredible. Let's see here. Let's take a call. Take a call from 31. Hold on. I'm sorry. Margaret.
You call me Marge, Frank, your favorite guinea pig.
Hey, Marge. How are you? Go ahead.
All right. So when I was 13 years old, I was snooping around the closet looking for stuff because I'm in my Scorpio moon, and I came across Mom's important papers
Okay.
that I was not supposed to look in, and I found this report, and it had one of those stamps on it, like from that you pay somebody to press in your paper.
Oh.
Okay.
And it said Sheriff, San Bernardino County. And I was 13 and I started reading it. And it was a sheriff report about what happened to me when I was a 10-month-old baby. And Frank, I'm just going to tell you that my hip still pops.
What?
I'm a survivor, Frank, from those baby things that people keep talking about, but they don't want to hear my story, Frank.
Wow. I mean, wait, so this was all documented and your mom had it?
Yes, Frank. She had the report. I read it with my own eyes, and I was like, why did she? It took me a few minutes to process, to realize it was me. And I was in junior high, and my PE teacher we'd have to do those exercises where you lay on your back and do like bicycle.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it because my hip kept popping, and I always wondered why. And then I found the report.
Did you talk to your mom?
I was like,
were you able to have a heart-to-heart?
Not cognitive, because Mom's head got slammed in a car door when she was 39. So she disassociated. So she wouldn't know. I was never able to have it. I just have been piecing these things together because, as you understand, Frank, my father and brother are generational Freemasons. And this stuff all adds up.
Geez, Marge, every time you call in, you add 3 more layers to your...
I do, Frank. I'm telling you, I didn't ask for this life. I didn't. I just am here to report what I lived through, and I still have a smile on my face.
No, you're an incredible story.
You do.
I mean, and you bring a lot of joy and intrigue to people in the audience. This is, of course, jarring. And it must be jarring to not only read that and to put it all together and then like go through your life and make better sense of why you were having the experiences you were the whole time.
The man earlier that was talking about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, that's part of my early programming. I watched that. And the man that played the kid catcher in the movie, it freaks you out when you watch it because they're real. And if you ever get a chance to watch the movie, it's a really accurate depiction of reality. And the guy that played the kid catcher, I looked him up one time because I was like, there's something about him that is like draws me to him. The man, I was taken from Mom's womb purposefully on his birthday, the 9th of April, which is a highly ritualistic day because it's about endings and it's the 99th day of the year.
This is like that. This is like the opening of End of Days that we were watching, the movie where they right from the delivery room. And
yeah.
But let me ask, Marge. Let me ask you something.
But I prefer the movie Big Fish.
Oh, me too.
Over End of Days.
Big Fish is that leaves a mark on you for a while. But Marge, I got.
That's what. Yeah.
Let me ask you this because. Like again, every time you call in, I learn something new, and it's a pretty incredible story that I'll take your word for. But I know that you have military service on under your belt, and I just wonder with all the physical situations you deal with, the physical conditions, and also some of your mental conditions, like how you even got in, or what did they designate you as far as service goes, or did you have any restrictions?
I think my storyline goes because I was a screw up. So I was either because my brother, if you look up my brother, he's the golden child. I'm the scapegoat.
Yeah, but I'm talking about I'm talking about the military in particular. How you got in and what you were doing there, given all of your issues.
I was an age mechanic. I was flight line support. I went to Crete when we bombed Iraq. So when you see like the F-16s and stuff like take off and the planes that take off, if you look in the background at the equipment that's around the flight line, that's what we did. Like those planes, a lot of them they need start carts to start. They don't just like push a button and you start the jet. like the big RC-135s, the Looking Glass mission that we did, it's all connected. It's because they have instruments that don't know the difference if they're reading hearing a conversation between a mom and her granddaughter, or if a person is thinking in their mind with their higher self. They can read thoughts either way. It's just frequency. Understand?
I definitely. Well, I had to ask, and it's a very interesting because this is. You hear about old stories about people being rejected for military service for flat feet, and meanwhile,
I barely got through the duck walk.
Okay.
Because I have bad ankles. I fell 25 feet out of a tree when I was 15, and I didn't break a bone. I just tore all the tendons, and I landed with it at a 45-degree angle.
Jeez,
And
Marge.
so, I always had bad, because plus I have 3 planets in Pisces, so that's indicative of supporting my bad feet. I got Mercury, Pisces, and Jupiter.
Well, you excited for
Venus? Venus.
We got to. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask you some more questions on this on a night when we have a little bit more time. But
sure.
Are you excited about Robert Phoenix coming back on tomorrow?
For why?
I don't know.
Why not?
Dude, I'm blocked from his channel.
What?
You don't want to hear what I have to say, Frank. He's a Virgo. My brother's a Virgo. My sister, rest in peace, Jessica. He says himself, Virgo don't see Aries. I'm an Aries. So he don't want to hear because I speak truth, and it don't coincide with Virgo truth all the time because they have a reputation to uphold, and I'll just leave it right there respectfully.
Well, Marge, thank you for the call. I look forward to hearing from you again, my friend.
You have a right day. Peace, Frank.
Thank you. Jeez, I mean,
this show's taking all kinds of turns. I wanted to know more. I wanted to ask if she was actually starting to remember things, but then
oh shit, why didn't you ask? You want me to call her back?
No, you start going down that, and then the rest of the show's commandeered. And
Jay,
I know we had other things
I'm
to get
already starting to wonder. I'm already starting to wonder whether we're going to even get through it.
No,
because I really want to. Because it's funny. I think the way that this ends is funny.
Okay.
But hold on, let me just get through. Mark Sterner says, great show as always, Frank. Cheers. Thank you. Stove Soup says, evening, Giuseppe G. And Frank, wonderful night ahead. Wonderful gents. Absolutely love Giuseppe G nights. Bonus. Molly Artie says, love you too. I, for one, always wanted a job that I found myself in the red with taxes. Still not moving to California. Yeah, I know. Well, DJ _ just subscribed over on Twitch for 2 months through Amazon Prime.
Ooh.
So there you go. Very nice.
Well done.
Let's see here. Joe Martinez, thank you for getting in on it. Shotzi is in on it. Thank you, Shotzi. Lease Breaker, before the show even started, said, I have a question for you and Jay about grounding. Does the location matter? Grass, sand, concrete, dirt, hot coals. Also, what do you guys know about sun gazing? I'll just let you go with that real quick.
Yeah, I mean, the material matters. I'm trying to think. Concrete, I believe that can conduct, but all of those materials that you mentioned do conduct. You just need to be barefoot, obviously, because you need to be able to actually exchange electrons with the earth. That's essentially what grounding is. And I've told you before, I've been skeptical in the past, but I've seen enough research now that actually shows a reduction in inflammation. And so, especially in like the warm weather months, if I go running or have a heavy workout, I'll definitely spend some time barefoot on the grass, and I can feel the difference in my knees, and I just seem to recover better. It's also, being outside in the sun. So the second part of the question was sun gazing. I mean, the more, again, I've learned about that, the more I realize the fears of the sun are dramatically overblown. I mean, I'm not saying stare directly into the sun. You use your eyes as a guide. You can't really stare into the sun, right? I mean, like without hurting yourself. But I am an advocate for no sunglasses. I used to wear sunglasses. When they were stolen out of my Jeep the day before Thanksgiving 2 years ago, I was like, oh, cool. Made more room in my glove compartment because I don't wear them anymore. So I advocate for as much sky and sun gazing as possible. But again, don't stare directly into the sun, but as much as you can.
Okay.
It's good for you.
Awaken Boomer says, evening all any night with Jay is a great night. So there you go. That's
Flattery
Grady.
will get you everywhere.
That's Grady. and on Pilled, Pilled, we're going to have to do a lot more of these, and when we're on the flip side tonight, which will probably end up being a third hour again.
On the flip side at 11:48.
Seriously, you follow us over to the flip side. Maybe that's where we actually do this other thing. Silly Boar says Frank and Jamiroquai together again. How can you go wrong?
People call me Jamiroquai.
Tommy Jekyll says, I clearly don't understand the secret decoder nature of gold pills. I just bought some and they don't show. It makes me think the numbers present on the way out mean the way. Well, Tommy, I'm reading them right now. Oh. Amethyst Cat says, Happy Tuesday, Frank, and Jargoyle.
You said something about a gargoyle earlier. That's why. So I'm now a Jargoyle.
Jargoyle. Vesper says, looking for a silver lining amidst the madness. Best wishes, Frank and Jay.
We are here to deliver that silver lining.
And to have a laugh. Not Your Mom says, Happy Tuesday. Andrea D says, Savannah Guthrie looked like a demon in that town hall with Trump. Snarling.
Oh, yeah.
Snarling. You know, the Sentinel says, I take umbrage with the comparison of masked morons looking like me. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I meant like they just like, I don't know. They look like the guards at the Wicked Witch of the West Castle. You know, they're just standing there.
Yeah.
The Sentinel says the U.S. produces more and imports 85.9 million pounds per day. But
that's true. They do import a ton.
But consumes approximately 50 million pounds per day, according to Leo on Brave. So I guess that's how that works out.
Leo on Brave.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah, I mean, because I have Brave as a browser, so when I want a quick access to an AI, I use that sometimes.
Always a great show with Jalen, says Cat Squirrel. Thank you, Delona. Thank you, Corey. Says great show. Kobe Wan is in for the raffle. Big Chief Patriot, thanks for another great show. Happy Hanukkah. Why are you gay? Every time somebody says Happy Hanukkah, they think that their chances of winning the raffle goes up because Deansy won a raffle by making Shekels comments and everything else, and he won it. So now people are testing their luck.
I was like, I think I'm missing the joke. It's February 10th.
I know. Frank and Jay, two of my favorites, is NX17. Tommy says I can't do sharp cheeses with the blood thinner I'm on. Get it? Sharp cheese, blood thinner. Oh yes, I do. Don't want to.
Waka.
Okay, so 2020 says mainstream press in France said that Trump was all over the Epstein files, not mentioning Macron being in there. UK is one step to fire their corrupt prime minister. Albania is one step ahead, talking about satanic killings on TV.
Oh, I mean, speaking of the UK, did you see Oxford? They're now fining people for leaving their 15-minute city past the amount of free pass days they have. You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh my God. We'll have to talk about it. I don't have it called up, so forgive me, but somebody sent me this the other day, and yeah. England has fallen, but it would be great to get rid of Starmer there.
The Trump presence it's more the one thing I cannot really take away from people is their frustration and their contempt with the way that the Trump administration has handled this.
Agreed.
But as far as his presence there has been nothing spectacular, nothing that we haven't seen litigated in the media over the years. Anybody who continues to go in on all of the ways that he's mentioned by accusers, they always crop out all of the follow-up from law enforcement that said that there was no contact given or nothing could be verified or there was a complete retraction made. So I totally understand saying the handling of this process and the outright lies and obfuscations by officers and cabinet members has been egregious. But it makes sense to me why people in foreign countries would want to do this.
Yeah.
And angle it that way. Deansy says, just want to say hello to Juanito, my food Nazi friend.
No food for you. Come back 1 year.
There you go. And Big Chief Patriot is praying for a third hour. We'll see how that goes. Okay. All right. So Gribble Sillin just put in another the super chat and said, how about Happy Kwanzaa? Hi-ho Silver. All right. It is 8:43. You want to just rip through this? I think it's a funny way to end.
I trust you.
Okay. So I saw this. This was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah, January 20th. Matt Damon. He was talking in an interview, and he said how Netflix is changing the way, and our friend Brooklyn probably knows all about this. Matt Damon says Netflix is changing the way movies are written because so many people watch with their phones out in their hands. On a recent podcast appearance with Ben Affleck, he claimed the streamer pushes filmmakers to restate the plot 3 or 4 times, which completely explains why Stranger Things had become absolutely unwatchable toward the end there too for me. It's like you can tell they have to restate the plot 3 or 4 times in dialogue so that distracted viewers can still follow what was going on.
This is horrific.
Bad. He also said that Netflix likes big action scenes moved to the start of a film to keep people watching. It's essentially like how you put out a reel.
Oh my God.
You know, in 3 seconds, if you don't have the hook there and then backtrack to how you build up to the hook, you lose like 70% of your audience. It's terrible. It's terrible. Damon suggests that these kinds of notes could affect how stories are told on a streaming in general. And so here's something I had to show you. Okay. This is from Amelia McCluskey. It's a smaller creator about 3 months ago. She only has 6,000 subscribers. So I don't know what the rest of she creates, but this was great. Amelia McCluskey. Phone addiction is making movies dumber. Now just listen to a little bit of this.
If you've been to the movies in the last 5 years, you may have noticed that cinemas are full of people on their phones.
Hello?
Last April, I saw Sinners in a sold-out screening. I found it really fun to hear everyone's reactions in the crowded theater, and it was one of those epic blockbuster movies that really felt suited for cinemas, since watching it becomes such an event. But even though I was enjoying the movie, I noticed at least 3 people in my immediate vicinity on their phones. This wasn't even just a quick check of the time or a text message, but continuous scrolling through Reddit or Instagram stories. My other friends who saw Sinners in separate screenings complained about the same thing. Someone even said the woman in front of them spent the whole time scrolling on Uber Eats. I find this very annoying, obviously, but the more I've thought about it, the more I've become resistant towards just blaming it on the people themselves. I think it's a very online thought process to direct our anger at people for doing this or that, and feeling like a group of imaginary strangers are coming to ruin the things we hold dear. It creates an us versus them mentality that I think is too simplistic, and feeds into a very oppositional mindset. Phone addiction becoming more widespread has brought phone use into cinemas, but new movies also make it easier for viewers to follow along without needing to actively pay attention. Movies are being made for people on their phones. Today, the boundaries between TV and film are becoming increasingly blurred, but 20 years ago this was not the case. Movies represented distinct special events that you went out to see in theaters or that you carefully selected at a video store for your night in, while watching TV was generally seen as less sacred, as it was often treated as a kind of ambient entertainment that could be passively watched in stores, waiting rooms, or bars.
I'm sorry, Kayla. I'm sorry that I made a mistake. Oh, God. I fucking love you. There you go. I said it. And I've literally loved you for like the last week. Right.
Because the rules for where and how we watched broadcast TV were already looser, the introduction of new technology caused it to transform. TV shows embraced phone use and integrated it into their structures. Big Brother, American Idol, and Survivor's regular or special public votes incorporated phone and internet use into their programs, making it a necessary part of a season's arc.
So, I mean, you see how the timeline of that is already comes together. There's a little bit more over here. Here, it takes a little of this.
Actually benefit from these passive viewing habits. Phone use doesn't seem as destructive. In fact, streaming services like Netflix actually benefit from these passive viewing habits. If audiences are closely watching the narrative on screen and having a powerful reaction to it, their viewing experience becomes more emotionally and intellectually demanding, which causes them to turn off the TV more quickly. Streaming services don't want you to have a powerful encounter with art. They want you to use their platform for as long as possible. During an interview with various film industry creatives in Europe who had worked on Netflix originals, scholar Daphne Rina Idiz describes how Netflix internally labels certain series as second-screen shows. According to one interviewee, Netflix basically said, what you need to know about your audience here is that they will watch the show, perhaps on their mobile phone, or on a second or third screen while doing something else and talking to their friends. You need your audience to understand what's going on, even if they're not looking at the screen. It points out the qualities of second screen entertainment that these company executives push for, such as increasing narration, overly explaining the plot, and emphasizing or reiterating everything through acting, music, and voiceovers. Here, show don't tell. The screenwriting principle of storytelling through action and visuals rather than exposition is replaced by show and tell.
So I was listening to this and I said, okay, I have to bring it up because it's just, it makes so much sense. And it also, for somebody who, I mean, I use my phone a lot. I don't know anybody else who doesn't. But at the same time, I'm watching a movie. I'm in it.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's very easy for me to put it away.
I didn't understand the point she was making about if you're having a profound emotional experience, you're more likely to turn the show off quicker. I don't understand.
I don't understand that either.
That doesn't make any sense to me. So, and her argument is, well, and that's why they don't want you to have that profound emotional experience because they want you to use their platform for as long as possible. But if you're into a show, meaning you're emotionally invested in a show, why would you turn off the TV? So that part confused me.
Maybe because you get a little bit exhausted and you feel like you've come to an end of something and you just need a break afterwards.
So in other words, like maybe you're less likely to binge and like take it in chunks or something. Maybe? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That part was a little counterintuitive to me. And also at the beginning when she said, I'm less likely to blame people for this. I'm like, nah, you got to blame people. I mean, how she lays it out then is also part of it, but people are just, it is, and if these services allow this to happen, this is contributing to the complete downfall of society. Our attention span is already minimal. And now you're making shows that are called second screen shows. This is why people are so stupid and they're not engaged in life.
And that's what I would say there too. It's almost like how every street sign around here has a Spanish translation. It's like, no, cut people loose, let them learn at least the street signs. And it's like, okay, so you press play. I mean, if you ever sat down to read a book and you are not like in the zone and you're just kind of distracted, you'll read the same paragraph 8 times over.
Yes.
And it could because by the time you get to the end of the paragraph, you actually have two things going on in your head at the same time.
You're like, what did I just read? What did I just say?
And you don't even know. And then finally you make the decision, I have to go back 4 pages.
Right.
And I have to start from that should be the same thing with anything else. But so I don't know why anybody would actually reduce the quality of a story just because it doesn't help people's the situation that we have here where people have limited capacity for processing complex storylines. That's just the issue there because you have to listen to dialogue. You have to pick up cues as to where the plot's going. You have to pick up cues. You have to, you as the audience member, you have to be able to understand and even maybe make an assessment of what the motivations of all the characters are. You have insights that other characters don't. You can see trouble coming a mile away.
Frank.
If you pay attention, body language, all that stuff. So it's just nuts. And the thing is for people like us who are unaffected by this, who are not like hermits, we all have phones. But when I got this, it just made all my recent series watching disappointments make perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, that's all Stranger Things was at the end. It was these little mindless powwows and like always, I don't know. It's nuts, but you listen. Go ahead.
They're being so in other words, the shows are being written not for the people paying attention. It's specifically for the people not paying attention, which destroys the experience of the people that are paying attention. And Frank, to me, this translates into every other area of life because think about what these people are now being catered to, which is such a negative thing because they're never going to be able to build up all those things you just said. Being able to see things coming from a mile away, being able to understand motives they don't develop those skills. And I see that all the time when I'm communicating with some people who are sort of in that normie NPC sphere. you have a text exchange with them and like they can't grasp nuance, or you have a conversation with them and they don't know when it's their turn to talk, or they can't remember like the beginning of the, like why this connects to that. And it's like, what is going on?
I know.
I mean, this is horrible. And I understand that Netflix doesn't care about developing the fabric of society. They care about eyeballs and money. But at some point, we're all going to suffer for this.
I know.
In so many ways that are outside of just entertainment. I mean, people are not developing basic skills that humans need to survive.
If they like, that's what I'm saying. If you're Netflix or Amazon, and there are good series that are out there.
Absolutely.
But as far as, by placating people who are lost in this kind of a mindset, you're actually hastening our arrival at the front doorstep of idiocracy.
Absolutely.
When everybody in idiocracy is, the big, the Hollywood blockbuster of the summer is just a fart film.
Ass.
Hold on.
Why come no tattoo?
Why come no tattoo? Hold on, wait a second. Hold on. Idiocracy.
That is, if you guys have not seen that movie, I am so proud. When I saw that movie for the first time years and years and years ago, I thought, this isn't a movie. This is a documentary. And this was years ago. I don't even remember what year it came out. 2009? Maybe? It is
2006.
Oh, 2006. So it is brilliant. You should watch it. The people, and this is the litmus test for society. If you tell someone to watch Idiocracy,
oh, sorry,
and they watch the movie and they go, it's so stupid. It's like a movie for idiots. I'm like,
yes,
you didn't get it.
You didn't get it.
You didn't get it.
And we're gonna watch that for film club too.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna be there for that. One of my favorites.
Here, listen. Here, 27 seconds. An all new episode of Ow My Balls.
This is a ball. You're gonna get hit in the balls.
Ow my balls.
Such a great show.
Okay.
I don't want we don't want to give it away, but basically it's
you can't give it away. It's
no,
too good. And that's another thing that when people watch it, they're going to get a lot of whole lot of references then. Okay, but now listen, I have to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I have to play devil's advocate, and I have to say that when you talk about creating a movie, knowing that people are not really paying attention, creating a movie for people who are not paying attention. I want to go back to 1956.
Okay.
When John Wayne was cast as Genghis Khan.
He was?
And having him not act in any way different from any of his American cowboy roles seems like something you would do with an audience that is not paying attention.
Yeah.
So this is so much more of an epic example of Hollywood having no chill. Okay? So here it is. John Wayne as Genghis Khan, the Conqueror, filmed in Utah. It's 137 miles from the Nevada nuclear test site. Many cast members later developed cancer.
Whoa.
I saw this, but it reminded me that John Wayne was cast as Genghis Khan. And I've got to show you, I found a 2-minute compilation of, oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
No, bro.
I can't wait. I did not know this.
Oh, it's just, dude, it is just cowboy John Wayne. Look, just listen. This is supposed to be a Mongolian warlord.
He's serious.
Listen.
Tempting but unwise, my brother. Listen to me.
There are moments for wisdom, Jamuga, then I listen to you. And there are moments for action, then I listen to my blood. I feel this Tartar woman is for me.
I feel this Tartar woman is for me, partner.
It's terrible.
I don't know why it's coming in so low all of a sudden. Just my luck, but more.
My blood says take her.
My blood.
I greet you, my mother. Are you women that you tremble before a force half your number? You fear the Mercut's revenge, I seek it. Let him who shrinks from it say so and be gone. There is no room in my tents for those who fear or question my orders.
This is
For those
awful.
dude, it's so bad.
All they did was give him a mustache.
For those who fear.
Valiant one. On, brave suitor, would you desert your bride unkissed?
Oh my gosh.
It's like he's just reading the script in his mind.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Woman is for my pleasure. Why is this carcass lying here?
It is an omen, my son.
What woman's talk is this, my mother?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I dealt gently with this oaf. If others would speak, let it be now. And you stand with them? Where is your faith, my brother? I was to bring under my standard all the tribes of the Gobi. None would dare stand against me. Was not that once your dream for me, Jamuga?
Jamuga. That's it. That's your new name. Jamuga Gulanello. Get out of here.
She is a woman, Jamuga. Much woman. Should her perfidy be less than that of other women?
What?
I beg forgiveness for her, O Khan. With such gestures does the Tartar woman prove her love. You do well, Kumlik. For while I have fingers to grasp a sword and eyes to see, your treacherous head is not safe on your shoulders.
Oh my.
What do they do with his eyes? They give him some kind of like Asian eyes?
I don't know.
What is happening? Frank, this reminds me of have you ever played old Nintendo games where they were originally written in Japanese, the dialogue, and then they have to translate it, and so the character speaks in a way that's completely unnatural? That's what it reminds me of.
This is, dude.
Wow.
This is incredible.
This is unbelievable.
So this is part of the reason why I was so upset that we couldn't get around to this bit a couple of weeks ago, because I knew that we were going to be able to watch The Conqueror a little bit, and
that's the worst acting I think I've ever seen.
it's pretty bad.
It's pretty terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Wow.
And so I don't know. I have to get some things clipped out of there. Maybe I'll turn them into just video bites.
Oh, they're going to be great.
A woman. My blood tells me to take her.
What is this talking, my mother?
What is this talking? Get out of here, chink. I wish he had dropped some kind of a slur.
I'm sure he did in the outtakes.
Come out from behind that wall, chink.
Oh no. Oh wow. Well,
yeah,
that was something. So
that's it. Oh, listen, Jay, we're going to slip into the flip side now. Let everybody know about signing up and just getting a part of this wonderful, the Health Reclamation Project.
Yep, healthreclamationproject.com. We have the code FEB50, FEB50, FEB50. Sign up, become a member. You guys get all kinds of stuff. We post stuff every single day. So you're either going to get written education, you're going to get video education, you're going to get live Q&As, you're going to get discounts on supplements, discounts on any kind of one-on-ones or anything like that you want to do. So definitely come find us. And you know what? If you're not sure, just use the contact form and drop an email and just ask us about it if you have any questions, or if you just drop an email, we'll have your email address, and every once in a great while, we'll send out a blast and ask anybody if they, if they're interested in coming on board, if they have any questions. But what we did the other day was we're actually starting to bring in other practitioners to do some of these live Q&As. So we're going to get people who do sleep. We're going to get actually member stories, people who have, overcome this, overcome that for inspiration for other people. So essentially it's a community of people who are seeking better health. And Jen and I, kind of guide you along the way. But the interaction has been kind of incredible to watch. So there's already 60 Franklies there. So if you guys are looking for a community to have some fun and to kind of take your health and your life and everything like that, to the next level, or you're not sure where to start, that's the place to start.
It's definitely. Please, seriously, healthreclamationproject.com. The link is in the description. Just get in touch with Jay.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is how you invest in the future.
Yeah.
Your little investments you make. You want to diversify your savings, get yourself a little bit of, non-perishable food. You get a little bit of firearms training. You go out there, you work out, get your health, your life in order.
Frank needs you in the audience for the long term.
I know. That's exactly what it is. And it's still early.
Oh yeah, it's only February 10th.
Get your beach body ready too.
Oh, we got plenty of time for that.
There's aesthetic reasons for being able to get healthy as well.
You want to look good naked.
Yeah, you want to look good naked at Oakland Beach. Of course, then you'll be in jail afterwards.
Yeah, that's a small price to pay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for everything tonight. We're going to be reading all of your super chats on Pilled. Although we are up. Oh wait, Dragon Sage says for the Frankly Fremen. There you go. Now we're getting into Dune territory. So thank you so much, Dragon Sage. We're going to be continuing this for the next who knows how long.
Who knows?
On the flip side, and I have the link right here. I'll be putting it in the chat room. With that, thank you for a wonderful episode, Jay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and guys, in the several chat rooms, you're going to be seeing the flip side link. We're going to keep going. There's no paywall. There's no nothing. Click on through. We just talk to the general chat, and we continue on with one thing or another. Maybe we'll play some music. Last night was awesome. We did an awesome flip side last night.
I missed it.
I did a little DJing.
Oh.
I started off with, and the link for that is in the pinned comments on Rumble and YouTube. I usually put it out there. It's not like you're left on the outside looking in, like begging little puppies. You can be a part of the.
We do a lot of good music in the on the flip side. The last couple times we've done some good music.
Maybe we could talk a little bit about this story about Kurt Cobain being finally people are talking about him being murdered now.
Okay. Let's do that.
I know.
I saw it on the way over and I thought, wow.
That's that. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much. I'll catch you on the flip side.
But you were asking.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
catch you on the flip side.
A double whammy. Thank you, everybody. Quite Frankly is filmed before a live studio audience. If this is the first time you've seen us, we'll see you again tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. There you go. Thank you to all of our wonderful super chatters, and we'll see you later. She's a woman, Jamuga.